tribute. The Romans captured the Alps from the Dutch, i.e. Switzerland and parts of Austria, or all of it. Really, Austria would extend a little bit into the but yeah. The Lakota captured France. France had already been taken out, so they're just pushing on the Dutch there. And the Chinese captured the Caucasus from the Turks. They've, at this point, swallowed all of Russia and India, except for the parts of Russia that I control, and I control some of at least northeast China and parts of Russia. If I'm lucky, I'll get another wonder, but even just getting boosts for battles isn't terrible. Faster and cheaper research, tech booming, propaganda. Some of the Lakota have a pretty powerful ability, unique ability if I remember, and the Chinese do, so propaganda is good against anyone who could attack me. Logistics, faster healing, and not needing to worry about supply wagons. All cool. Alright, Industrial Age. Chinese overran the Turks. The Romans captured Guinea, Guyana from the Inca, a way for it to be retaken. The Dutch recaptured France, and the Lakota captured again. I guess it was the Enlightenment Age before, which would have allowed advancement industrial. Any battles now be industrial going to, I think, modern. So I've skipped a whole age. Middle economic boom works with the stuff I currently have that boosts metals, so I'll grab that. And wheat. Could have captured Germany from the Dutch. Could have very close to winning the Dutch, and the Turks captured. And they successfully defended France this time. The Turks pushed back the Chinese from the Caucasus. Sorry about the cough. Pacific or commerce, Eureka. I often pretty limited commerce in the beginning. It's very... no. This is often a limiting factor soon. Civic, not so much, because it takes time before I build my next city. I'll do. Because I almost always have to run A-level Civic. Yeah, no, I'll just do commerce. I think there's also stuff that benefits from it. And the Bantu. Oh yeah, they've been sitting down here not doing much. Probably building up cards. Central Africa from the Romans. And the Lakota wiped out the Dutch. Romans are pushing on the Inca, and the Turks are trying to drive off the Chinese. Alright. Could have become a dangerous monster. Yukon army here. Do I dare try and push into the Yukon? There's silver. There's tribute. Anyone else I can attack? But betraying ally. I guess I give it a shot. No. Let's trade away the commerce Eureka, I guess. First, probably the Romans. Oh, they're wealthy as heck. I pay 30. They paid 32. Been hoping for a chance at a wonder card, but nope. Well, this is kind of hard to produce. Alright, enough of peace. Time to try and take on Lakota. This seems suicidally bad idea. I mean, really? I'll save first. I don't see how I can win this. This territory has a high territory strength and may be difficult to capture without support armies or bonus cards. Or shoot, want to attack? Yeah, I'll have to use some bonus cards. Oh, shoot, I don't have the tribute to attack them. Guess I'll give the wealth boom to the Romans. Doesn't synergize with my wonder the way metal does. See if they'll pay a little more. Let's say 40. They'll only pay 30. Maybe 35. Two. Nope. 30. Not gonna happen. Then the Turks. They're under a lot of pressure from China. Want me to do something incredibly dumb and give them territory that nope. These guys are in danger of being eliminated. Nope. The Inca. Did I not like this card for some reason? Is it not considered good by the AI? Fine. Just needed enough to attack the Lakota. this is partly a learning campaign, and I want to learn the Industrial Age, rather miss entirely. Definitely need cards. Great thinker. And I think logistics. I don't remember what the code of power is. Should get used to seeing how it works against me before I try and I guess it's metal economic boom. And it looks like the game may have crashed. Failed to build conquest scenario, and lovely. Well, this hasn't been going too long, so I'll try this again. Good thing I saved before. That's annoying. Does the game not understand what the Yukon would look like or something? I thought it was one of the most common bloody conquest campaigns there was. I mean, not conquest, random maps. I thought Yukon was a popular one, if I remembered. Here we go. No bug this time. The enemy is resisting. Take their capital 9 minutes or less to win. It's not telling me anywhere what the code of power is, annoyingly. Both in the Industrial Age. You can reach the Modern Age in this battle, so this is like a World War I into World War II era. Rather than just do a CTW battle. I could have overridden the other one, but that's, I think, more likely to generate save errors with some games. It's generally better to delete and resave things than to... Okay, armored cars. Not use this. This is, okay, the industrial ranged cavalry. Can fire while moving. Strong versus machine guns. Flamethrowers, weak against tanks. Yeah, I'm not at all familiar with riflemen. Powerful and accurate foot troops. Strong versus fusiliers. Anti-tank rifles, weak versus tanks and machine guns. Looks like I got a bunch of riflemen. Probably no more nonsense with a couple armored guards. A commando, i.e. a scout, can now, instead of being a spy line, no informers, this one can snipe and sabotage, damaging buildings or killing units, or destroying vehicles. You can assassinate generals with it nicely. Can move informers. Cool. I have no experience with commandos. Maybe I should have turned the difficulty down. I do turn the speed down. Tough might be a little. You know what? I'll leave it at tough because force me to play better. I could get wiped though, because I'm not familiar with industrial age stuff at all. If I was more familiar with the text, it wouldn't be too bad, I don't think. Supply wagon, which of course gives supply, but also allows artillery to fly faster, which is kind of important. Whole new set of texts. Wealth standard, telegraph and telephone, stock exchange, antitrust legislation, radio, assembly line, globalization. That's for commerce, for science, thermodynamics, electromagnetism, pharmacology, immunization, aeronautics, electronics, computerization, civics, constitutional monarchy. Some of these could be, the later could be considered almost to be modern era stuff, like computerization, I guess, and electronics. To a certain degree, aeronautics. Constitutional monarchy, pacts and alliances, rule of law, air quote rule of law, since it's often abused by the powerful who create the laws for everyone else, and then see this all the time. Like even my Hearts Iron 4, you got the UK bullying me as the US simply for trying to build up a navy that's bigger than theirs. I mean, well, it already is a little bigger at the start of the game, and historically at that time period, the US Navy was already bigger than the British by like 36, just a little. At least capital ships, not much though. Or stronger in real terms for sure. Realpolitik, League of Nations, Great Power, International Law, and General Staff, Combined Arms Tactics, Deception, Trench Warfare, Infiltration Tactics, Nation Arms, and Selective Service. It does make sense. Selective Service to increase your pop cap. Same with Nation Arms. Trench Warfare, yeah. Combined Arms, General Staff. Some of it makes sense. Others just stuff that would help in combat. Anyhow, Commerce Tech is very cheap. Science costs a lot more. So let me build markets. For some standard effects, first level science always lets units be transported by sea. Colonize continents and buy and sell at the market is second level commerce. Third, trade with allies. Fourth, civics. Lets wonders be useful here. The military will unlock certain upgrades, but also buildings, sometimes military buildings and units. Cool. I should put them on aggressive when they're actually defending. Let's see, the 3 cards I played were logistics, so I don't actually need the supply wagon except to help artillery. Metal, economic boon, and great thinkers, so cheaper techs and more metal production. And oil, building oil well. Another thing I'm not familiar with. Citizens now look, they're wearing hard hats and such. Fun. So on the Commando Explorer, looks like I'm on the upper right corner of the map. I have a couple oil. No, I'm not on the upper right. There's just ocean to the... This is Kamchatka to Yukon, so I'm guessing over here is the Yukon. Vicksburg on the coast. The way that did a square makes me think there's something there. No, it does that regardless. Okay. Yeah, I suspect stuff will come from, I don't know, somewhere in this direction. Quite likely here, but it could be the other way instead. 150 health, 20 attack. 150 health, 22 attack. 3 armor. 4 armor. Just to get a sense of... Yeah, the armor car are faster. Riflemen are more efficient. Oh! And the anti-tank rifles. Strong versus tanks and cavalry, i.e. armored cars. Weak versus gunpowder infantry, like riflemen and machine guns. That I missed. They were there. Whatever. I'll get familiar with this, and if I survive the fight, I'll come out better than using industrial modern era tech. Since the world's about to advance the modern era, that'll be particularly useful. Right, one oil well. 1 citizen per oil well can gather oil. Must be placed where oil is visible. Can be placed on land or sea. I mean, okay. Yeah, the music resets every bloody time you... And general staff, because it makes for cheaper citizens. Slightly. Now your car horn's honking. I don't know if the whale should be such a high priority, but I figure I'll have limited-ish supplies of it. It might be important, so... having to micro this guy all over. I figure knowing the map is that important. Won't explore efficiently on his own. Spare people will go there. Or no, because one person does this. What a... Good old oil, just clean the oil well. That wouldn't be a trade-off to build just for that. Sound thing's gonna annoy the heck out of me, I suspect. Also, exploration can get you runes, like such. These resources might be useful. Food, for sure. No, you might cross the sea and that might not be a terrible thing. A bit of exploration into the ocean. Shipyard. Air defense guns. Fires the aircraft, detects hidden units. Forts, stockades, auto plants, and barracks. Siege factory.